Corregidor Island stood guard at the mouth of Manila Bay. Its strategic location made it vital for centuries. The Spanish first fortified it and later the Americans transformed it into a modern fortress. They called it the Rock or the Gibraltar of the East. This island was heavily armed to protect the bay and Manila from naval attack. The Japanese Imperial Army invaded the Philippines, pushing American and Filipino forces back. Corregidor became the headquarters of General Douglas MacArthur and a refuge for the Philippine Commonwealth government. The island served as a crucial command center, the last bastion of Allied strength in the region. The Malinta Tunnel Complex was its most famous feature, housing a hospital, supply depots, and command posts. Corregidor's strategic importance could not be overstated. Its primary function was to deny enemy access to Manila Bay, one of the finest natural harbors in the Pacific. Control of this bay meant control of Manila, the political and economic heart of the Philippines. The big guns of Corregidor, along with those on smaller nearby islands, formed a formidable defensive network. Warplan Orange 3 envisioned a fighting retreat to Bataan Peninsula and Corregidor. The objective was to delay the enemy's timetable, buying precious time for the United States to mobilize its Pacific fleet. Corregidor was the linchpin of this defensive strategy. Its survival was directly linked to the possibility of eventual relief. Supplying this island fortress was a monumental challenge. Once the Japanese established a blockade, food, medicine, and ammunition became increasingly scarce. Despite the overwhelming odds, Corregidor's continued resistance became a powerful symbol. The soldiers on the rock knew their fight was more than just about defending a piece of land. Life inside the Malinta Tunnel Complex was a grim subterranean existence. Thousands of military personnel and civilians sought refuge there. The main tunnel and its numerous laterals were crammed with hospital beds, offices, and storage areas. The air was thick with the smell of disinfectant, sweat, and fear. The constant drone of generators and ventilation fans provided a monotonous soundtrack. Daylight was a distant memory for many. They worked, ate, and slept under the dim glow of electric lights. The ground trembled frequently from the impact of Japanese bombs and shells. Private John Doe, a young signalman from Ohio, remembered the oppressive atmosphere. His duty was to maintain communication lines between the command post and the gun batteries. The Army and Navy nurses stationed on Corregidor earned the name the Angels of Bataan and Corregidor. These women displayed extraordinary courage and compassion, working tirelessly in the makeshift hospital wards within Malinta Tunnel. The psychological toll of the siege was immense, yet amidst the chaos, small acts of heroism occurred daily. After the fall of Bataan on April 9, 1942, the full fury of the Japanese military machine turned on Corregidor. The island, now completely isolated, faced a relentless onslaught. Japanese artillery pounded Corregidor day and night. Bombers flew sortie after sortie, dropping their deadly cargo on the exposed gun emplacements and buildings. The defenders, though heavily outnumbered and outgunned, fought back with determination. Their anti-aircraft guns blazed, trying to ward off the aerial attacks. Supplies on Corregidor dwindled at an alarming rate. Food rations were cut repeatedly, fresh water was strictly conserved, and medical supplies were nearly exhausted. The physical condition of the defenders deteriorated. Disease, malnutrition, and exhaustion became rampant. Yet their will to resist remained strong. Lieutenant General Jonathan M. Wainwright, who had assumed command after MacArthur's departure, faced an agonizing dilemma. He was under orders to hold Corregidor, knowing the symbolic importance of continued resistance. However, he also witnessed the suffering of his men and saw the futility of further bloodshed. Despite the desperate situation, the resolve of the American and Filipino soldiers on Corregidor was remarkable. They had endured months of siege and constant bombardment, yet they continued to fight with a tenacity that surprised even the Japanese. This unwavering determination became a testament to their courage. The end came in early May 1942. On the night of May 5th, Japanese forces launched an amphibious assault on Corregidor. Fierce fighting erupted as the defenders met the invaders on the beaches. The Japanese established a beachhead despite heavy casualties. They brought tanks ashore and overwhelmed the defenders. On May 6, 1942, General Wainwright surrendered. The fall of Corregidor marked the end of organized Allied resistance in the Philippines. The surviving soldiers became prisoners of war. Today, Corregidor Island stands as a solemn memorial. Its ruined buildings and silent guns bear witness to the fierce battles fought there. The Pacific War Memorial honors their memory,